An important corollary to the restriction, right, you're going to like these critics, you're going to love this, and right. An important corollary to the removal of restrictions on the drawdown of pension funds in 2015 was the right to financial guidance that's proposed for individuals at the point of making those retirement choices. The proposal for this guidance was given in a consultation document called Freedom and Choices in Pensions, published on the day of the budget. Now, just to summarise on what that document said, it's important to remember that what was referred to in that document was guidance, not advice. That's really quite important. And that the guidance should be impartial, free, and face-to-face. Really important factors. The guidance the customer receives must be focused on the best interest of the customer. This is pretty much a given, and not the providers. Pension providers and trust-based schemes must offer this guidance to each of their scheme members. The FCA is going to be involved in constructing, developing and monitoring the adherence to the necessary standards for this guidance. And the guidance could be delivered by the providers themselves, although there has been some recent sort of questioning as to whether that's appropriate, as to whether providers should actually be the ones providing this guidance and actually the ones paying for this guidance, which is understandably something that providers have been a little concerned about. Interestingly, it certainly was to me, the ABI had already, ahead of the budget, committed pension providers to provide at the point of retirement a conversation for customers with their pension provider or an impartial advice or guidance service about their retirement options. So the subject was already in play, it was already being discussed. There is, however, a recognition, and this is quite important when you consider the difference between guidance on the one hand, which is what this consultation document is discussing, and advice on the other. There's a recognition that consumers may well want to seek further assistance or advice, note the use of the word advice, following their guidance session, in particular to help them with the purchase of a product. This may be regulated investment advice, so it clearly contemplates that the guidance will be the first stage in the process, and many will then wish to go on to make actual product choices in the context of regulated advice. So attempting to give too fine an interpretation to what's proposed is probably a little futile at this stage. It is just a consultation document. A lot's going to emerge over the current year until we get to 2015, when hopefully we'll have some finality on what this actually means, who's going to pay for it, and what the guidance actually looks like.